They'll tell you when you're good enough. They'll tell you when you've reached the top. They'll hand you a trophy, a certificate, a title, and they'll tell you, you made it. But what they don't understand is that their validation is just a moment. It's a fleeting applause that fades with the setting sun. The only applause that truly matters is the one you hear in your own mind. The only person you need to impress is the one staring back at you in the mirror. We are so conditioned to chase external approval that we forget the one standard that truly matters, your own. You can have a room full of people cheering for you, a bank account full of money, a wall full of awards, but if you know deep down in your soul that you could have given more, that you could have pushed harder, that you could have been better, then none of it matters. That feeling, that quiet whisper of regret, is the most profound failure of all. But the opposite is also true. You can lose the game. You can fail the test. You can be rejected by the world. But if you can look at yourself and say, I gave everything I had, I pushed past my limits, I left it all on the field, then you have truly won. That feeling of self-pride is the most powerful victory you will ever know. It's an unshakable inner strength that no one can ever take away from you. So the question is, what do you want to be known for? What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind? Do you want to be remembered as someone who gave up, who settled for second best, who played it safe? Or do you want to be remembered as someone who fought until the very end, who gave it their all, who left nothing left to give? The truth is, if you don't define your legacy, the world will do it for you. They will write your epitaph. They will tell your story. And believe me, they won't have mercy. They won't sugarcoat it. They will judge you. They will critique you. They will dissect your every move. So why leave your fate to them? Why gamble with your legacy? Take control. Write your own story. Define your own legacy. Give the world a masterpiece instead of a sad tale. Don't just exist. Make it count. When you're done, when you finally stop, you want to be able to look back and feel nothing but pride. Pride in the journey, pride in the effort, pride in the battles fought and won. Now let me ask you something. When was the last time you did something just because you wanted to make yourself proud? When was the last time you put your own satisfaction above the opinions of others? And I'm not talking about some small, insignificant thing. I'm talking about something big, something that mattered, something that would have made a difference if you had succeeded or failed. You see, we often get caught up in the rat race, chasing the same goals as everyone else, doing what society tells us we should do. But how often do we actually take a step back and ask ourselves, why? Why am I doing this? Because that's the only way you'll find out what you really want, and you won't know until you try. It's like that old saying goes, the only way to do great work is to love what you do. And it's true. If you don't love what you do, if you're just doing it for the sake of a paycheck or because you think it's the right thing to do, then you'll never be satisfied. You'll never feel truly fulfilled. Because deep down, you know you're not living on your terms. You're living on someone else's. You see, life is too short to do things you hate. It's too precious to waste on things that don't matter. And I know it's not easy. We all have responsibilities, bills to pay, mouths to feed. Sometimes it feels like there's no other choice. But I'm telling you, there is always a choice. You just have to be willing to make it. And the first step to making that choice is figuring out what you really want. What is it that makes you come alive? What do you love doing so much that you would do it for free? Because that's where your passion lies. That's where your gift is waiting to be discovered. Once you find it, once you find that thing that sets your soul on fire, then you have to go for it. You have to dive in head first and give it everything you've got. Because that's the only way you'll discover your true potential. That's the only way you'll be satisfied. You see, we're all capable of amazing things. We all have the ability to create, to innovate, to inspire. But most of us never tap into that potential. We never allow ourselves to dream big, to take risks, to shoot for the stars. And I don't know why. Maybe it's fear, maybe it's doubt, Maybe it's just plain laziness. But whatever the reason, it's holding us back. It's keeping us from living the life we were meant to live. But it doesn't have to be that way. You can break free from the ordinary. You can do extraordinary things if you set your mind to it. And it all starts with a decision. A decision to do something just because you want to, just because you know in your heart that it's the right thing to do. Let me give you an example. There was a young woman who dreamed of becoming a writer. She had a passion for storytelling, a gift for words, but she was too afraid to share her work with the world. She doubted herself, she questioned her abilities, and she allowed fear to hold her back. But one day she decided enough was enough. She was going to write a novel, and she didn't care what anyone thought of it. She just wanted to make herself proud. And so she wrote. She poured her heart and soul into her work, and when she finished, she felt a sense of pride she had never felt before. She didn't care if her book was a bestseller or if it won any awards. She just knew that she had done something that mattered, something that was uniquely hers. And that's all that mattered. Now, I'm not saying it's easy. Writing a book is not easy. In fact, it's incredibly hard work. But the point is not the outcome. The point is the journey. It's about doing something for the sake of doing it, for the pure joy of creation, because that's where true satisfaction lies. You see, we often get so caught up in the outcome, in whether we win or lose, that we forget to enjoy the process, to appreciate the journey. But that's where life is lived, not in the end result, but in the daily choices we make, in the actions we take, in the challenges we overcome. So ask yourself, what do you want to be proud of? What do you want to look back on with no regrets? What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind? Don't settle for what others expect of you. Don't let society dictate your dreams. Don't be a slave to the rat race. Be free. Be bold. Be daring. Chase your own path. Blaze your own trail. And do it all for yourself. Because that's the only way you'll truly be satisfied. That's the only way you'll be proud.